All right, guys, we're going to do number 10 and 11 now. Let's go ahead and look at number 10. So it's kind of similar to number 9, except for the angle placements are different. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our like terms. So we have two angles with the same variable. We have this one, 7x minus 30, and then we have this one, 5x plus 14. So your first step here is to look at, okay, what is their relationship? Their relationship between these two angles, they are corresponding angles. Now we know that corresponding angles are congruent, meaning they are the same. So we can solve for x by setting both of these angles equal to each other. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to say 7x minus 30 equals 5x plus 14. So they're set equal. Now we can solve for x. So we subtract 5x from both sides. 2x minus 30 equals 14. Add 30 to both sides. 2x equals 44. And now divide by 2. X equals 22. So now we've found x. So we found what our x is here. Now that we found our x, we can substitute it in to one of these angles and then find the relationship between this angle with the y and our new angle we've just found. So because we found x, we're going to substitute it in with the 7x minus 30. So what does that equal? Well, we're going to take our new x, which is 7 times 22 minus 30, and solve for that. So 7 times 22 minus 30 is 124. Now, that is not your final answer. That's not what we're looking for. That is just the angle here. So that's going to be this angle here is 124 degrees. That's not the y. Remember, we're looking for x and y. Now that we've found this angle, we can find the relationship between 3y plus 11 and our new angle 124. So their relationship here is a linear pair. And remember, linear pairs are supplementary, so we should be able to add those together to equal 180. So I'm going to take 3y plus 11 and add it with our angle of 124. So 3y plus 11 plus 124 should equal 180 degrees. Now when we solve for this, combine like terms, 3y plus 135 equals 180. Two-step equation, subtract 135 from both sides, 3y equals 45. And now divide by 3, y equals 15. So now we found our x and our y. This step here is just to find the angle so that we can combine these terms, because we couldn't combine y and x here because they're unlike terms. So now our final answer for this one would be x equals 22 and y equals 15. All right, let's look at number 11. It's just another practice problem. You will only see one of these on the test, so make sure you know how to do them. Give you a few extra problems to do for your study guide so you can practice. So let's look at the relationship here. So our first step is to find the two angles with the same term. So our two angles with the same term is going to be the 23x minus 16 and the 8x minus 21. Their relationship is consecutive interior. They are consecutive interior angles. When we have consecutive interior angles, they are supplementary, so they should add up to equal 180. So I'm going to take both of these angles and add them up equal to 180. So 23, this is number 11. So 23x minus 16 plus 8x minus 21 should equal to 180. So now let's go ahead and combine like terms. 23x plus 8x is 31x. And now negative 16 minus 21 should be subtract 37. So 31x minus 37 equals 180. Two-step equation, add 37 to both sides. 31x equals 217. And now divide both sides by 31. And we get x equals 7. So that's the first half. So now we know that x equals 7 here. We have to do the same thing we did on number 10 and substitute it in. Now the easiest one to substitute it in for will be this angle here, because the relationship between our y angle and this angle is that they are vertical angles, meaning they're congruent. So if we find this angle, we know that the 7y minus 23 will equal it. So let's go ahead and substitute that in. So 23 x minus 16. What does that equal? Knowing that x is 7. So we're going to substitute 23 times 7 minus 16 is going to be 145 degrees. Remember, this is not our y. This is just our angle in the step to find y. So it's 145 degrees. So now what we can do is set 7y minus 23 to 145 because these angles are vertical angles, and that's important. Vertical angles are congruent. So now we can take 7y minus 23 should equal 145 degrees that we just found. So two-step equation, we'll add 23 to both sides. 7y equals 168. Divide by 7, y equals 24. So now that is our second answer, and we are finished with this problem. Okay, that is numbers 10 and 11.